Welcome to my first Wakfu video. I'm Schwibbel and I'm going to talk about the 5 best classes for newcomers in Wakfu. First of all, I'm gonna mention the NEWCOMERS on my spot 5 because it doesn't really offer anything special in combat, but it has one major plus point, which is the bonus drops. NEWCOMERS drops more. He gets a lot of equipment, a lot of money by default, and actually, he still is not one of the worst characters. He has decent damage, he has mine mechanics which are actually fun to play with. You always have enough equipment until you level 150, and well, your specialty is probably stealing movement points, which is actually not that bad in PvP. and PvE it depends on the dungeon. On the opposite, people will probably hate you for being rich. Fourth place, there is the NEWCOMERS. Why the NEWCOMERS, you may ask, and I say the NEWCOMERS is one of the few classes in game with a very clear identity. It's quite easy to understand and a very useful character in groups. You have an HP buff, AoE damage and buffs and marks. You can also build full damage and become quite a good offensive force, so you have a lot of build variety. The main negative points are of course that as an heal NEWCOMERS, you have a low damage output, which would make you group reliant since you have a very slow solo leveling. Furthermore, due to a situational lack of players, it is very hard to find groups, so the group reliant NEWCOMERS might not be the best choice at the moment. On my third place, there's Wakfu's Jack of all trades, the Sacrier. I characterize him as the Jack of all trades because he is tanky, he can deal good damage as well, he is the best positioner if played for positioning, and has a lot of different working builds. Furthermore, he can protect allies very well and has a quite good solo leveling. The main issue with the Sacrier is that he cannot be all of this at once. He has to specialize before the fight by choosing different passives. So it's probably not the best choice for anything, but it is a good choice for everything, which makes it a jack of all trades. So if you don't know what you want to play exactly, I highly recommend the Sacrier. Now let's go for second place. In my second place there is the EOP, a tanky damage dealer with several viable build options as long as you go for melee damage, which makes it perfect for newcomers. It has decent mobility and very fancy skill combinations in the air tree, and as a damage dealer has a very fast solo leveling. For the negative points, well, the EOP is melee only and has almost no map manipulation, which makes it kind of static, but still a really fun to play class. So, last but not least, in my number one spot, the Chars. With its high range, its great mobility and great damage, and no wrong builds as long as you go for critical damage, critical hit and distance damage, the Chars is the perfect character for all new Wakfu players. Your job as a Chars is either dealing tons of area of effect damage or killing priority targets with your mono target damage. Another reason Chars are great for newcomers are their free stats they get from passives, which make them pretty strong even if you don't have the perfect gear. In addition to the damage Chars offer, they also have good map manipulation and extraordinary movement point stealing skills, which makes them one of the best, if not the best, solo levelers and resource farmers in the game. Now let's talk about the negative points of playing a Chars. The main negative point of playing a Chars is of course its squishiness. It's a pure damage dealer with a glass cannon build, so you can die really fast. Another negative point is of course the very low damage if you are in close combat, since all your damage comes from being at a distance. Furthermore, the Chars is pretty crit reliant, and if you don't crit, your damage falls off. Now those were my top 5 beginner friendly characters in Wakfu. I hope I could help you with your character choice, and we'll see each other in the next video.